The sunshine floods the screen, bright and warm. Bear hops into the center, his movements quick and energetic. He points a paw upward toward a giant floating letter A. It glows, red and polished. Beside it, a crisp red apple appears. Bear claps his paws together and sings, "A is for apple, crunch, crunch, crunch." The music kicks in, fast and rhythmic. Before the echo fades, Bunny leaps into the frame with a joyful bound. She gestures toward a bright blue letter B hovering in the air. A multicolored ball suddenly bounces across the grass, catching the light. Bunny follows it, kicking the ball with a playful flick of her foot. She turns to the screen and sings, "B is for ball, bounce, bounce, bounce." The tempo accelerates. Bear and Bunny join hands. Spinning in a circle, their movements perfectly synchronized to the beat. Every time they pass the letters, the red A and blue B pulse with soft light. The grass beneath them remains vibrant and green as they continue to dance, their energy high and infectious, ready for whatever letter comes next. A yellow cat trots into the clearing, eyes bright. He approaches a large,
orange letter C and lets out a rhythmic purr. C is for cat, meow, 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 he sings,
joining the others in their spinning dance. Suddenly, a new letter D appears, hovering near a friendly dog. The dog wags his tail, his paws thumping against the grass in time with the music.
The pace stays steady and upbeat. Next, they discover a letter E sitting beside a white egg.
The shell begins to wobble. It cracks open, and a tiny yellow chick peeks out.
Chirping in harmony with the song, the group grows larger, their movements becoming more complex as they weave around each other. They find a letter F, and a fish splashes in a nearby blue pond.
Then, a G appears, accompanied by a goat grazing on the lush green grass.
Finally, they reach a letter H, which rests perfectly atop a sturdy hat. The friends move as one, their laughter filling the air. The parade of letters continues, each discovery celebrated with a new sound, a new movement, and a growing sense of shared excitement.
The music shifts into a higher gear, faster and more driving. The group pauses briefly at a glowing letter I, watching a scoop of ice cream melt slowly under the bright sun. I is for ice cream. Drip, drip, drip. They chime in unison. A letter J appears,
and a bowl of purple jelly wobbles and jumps high into the air. The friends cheer as they keep pace,
their feet tapping the rhythm. They sprint toward a K, where a kite snaps into the blue sky,
pulling against its string. K is for kite, fly, 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 they shout. Then comes the L,
where a lion lets out a soft, deep roar that vibrates through the ground. The parade moves faster now. They find an M, and a mouse darts past, nibbling a piece of cheese. An N appears,
and they stop to sniff flowers that sway in the breeze. A bright O rolls across the floor, spinning wildly,
while a P sits near a muddy patch where a pig splashes about. The rhythm is relentless,
each letter bringing a new surge of energy. The friends are locked in a steady, joyful flow, racing from one discovery to the next, their pace accelerating with every beat of the song.
The music hits a fever pitch. A letter Q appears, and a queen stands tall, adjusting her shimmering crown. The friends spin past a letter R, where a rabbit hops with lightning speed across the field. They rush to a bright S, where the sun glows intensely, warming the grass. A tall T stands beside a tree that reaches toward the clouds. They don't stop. They leap over a U, watching an umbrella snap open wide against the breeze. A V appears, and a violin rings out with a sharp, musical note. They splash through water near a W, then dance around a colorful xylophone as it plays a rapid scale. A yo-yo flies up and down, hitting the ground with a rhythmic snap at the letter Y. Finally, they reach the end. A large, bold Z stands in the center. A zebra gallops into view, his coat a blur of black and white stripes. He stops, panting, as the friends cheer. The alphabet is whole. The energy reaches its absolute peak, a triumphant explosion of sound and movement that leaves the entire field buzzing with the joy of their collective achievement.
The frantic pace dissolves into a soft, melodic hum. One by one,
the animal friends drift toward the center of the screen. The bear, the bunny, and the cat lead the way, positioning themselves behind the grand, colorful letters that still pulse with a faint, warm light. The giant A, B, and C shimmer, casting long, gentle shadows across the grass. The animals stand still, their chests rising and falling in a rhythmic, calm cadence.
They look directly forward, their expressions bright and steady. As the music reaches its final,
lingering note, the letters begin to sparkle in a synchronized,
rhythmic pulse, a cascade of light that sweeps from left to right. The friends raise their paws, waving slowly in unison. The light from the letters intensifies, bathing the entire clearing in a soft,
golden glow. Slowly, the brightness begins to ebb. The sparkle fades. The vibrant colors of the forest retreat into the background, replaced by a deep,
tranquil blue that spreads from the edges of the screen until everything